What's good, y'all? It's and if you didn't see the last video I did on these two batteries, to make a long story short, the battery to my right is my Project Flash battery. I damaged that battery, but I might just be able to fix it. But we're not talking about that battery today. Today we're talking about this bigger battery. This bigger battery seems to have a problem where it likes to cut off early. It doesn't cut off at the 60 volts like it's supposed to. It doesn't cut off below 70 volts. It usually cuts off between 71 to 74 volts, depending on how much power I'm using. And I don't know how to fix it because I can't find these cells anywhere on the internet, even though the cells in this battery pack are balanced. And I don't know, maybe the BMS is messed up or the BMS is doing that, but I just don't know how to fix it. Now, this video was recorded a few days back. I ended up getting a comment letting me know on how I can test these cells to how much amp hours they are and how much current they can handle. But I'm only saying that because I have wrapped this battery back up already. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to open it too soon, because the next few weeks I kind of am planning something and I've been thinking about it and making sure I really want to do it, but I kind of do. So with that being said, I might hold on to this battery and keep it closed and use it until I fully figure out what I'm trying to do in the next couple of weeks. But with that being said, let's get back in this bike, and I'm keeping what I'm trying to do in a secret because that's not what this video is about. Let's wrap this battery back up and throw it back in the bottle. Alright, battery's all wrapped up. It's probably not the way to do it by using this duct tape, or I guess heavy duty shipping packaging tape and hot glue, but I really don't give a shit because this battery's a piece of garbage. Alright there, people. So as you can tell, we're rolling. The battery's back in the bike. Today's not gonna be a long ride. It's just gonna be a short one because this video is just, you know, kind of the update on this bike's battery, and then I'll have the other video doing the update on the Project Flash battery on if I was able to fix it or not. So I'm just gonna do my usual loop. It's pretty early in the morning, 10 o'clock. But I did do some driving off camera, and once again, like we saw, put the battery back up because I was seeing consistency and everything from the cells. I wasn't seeing any real difference. I probably could have took that. Not seeing any real difference. The battery's acting the same. So the last test I did, or not test, but I was just going somewhere. It was somewhere I needed to be, so I was going there. I took this bike since I felt it was acting consistent, and it was overall it was a 9-mile drive there and back. Bike did fine. I was even on gear 2. I did up to like 51 miles per hour. Not trying to full throttle it, but you know, just driving, really keeping up with traffic. And the battery once again was acting fine. Didn't cut off or anything, didn't act weird. And then I never charged the bike up, so later that night my parents, they were going to the store. I followed them to the store, but we were on a much bigger main road, and that much bigger main road, no, there's nobody behind me because I'm driving real slow. That much bigger main road was a lot higher speed on the traffic. It was doing fine, but then the bike cut off on me again. I'm like, are you kidding me? I thought the battery was acting up again, and it just turns out that I didn't charge the bike. Therefore, I did an overall of 16 miles that day, using a little more power than which I saw me doing. Oh man, that was a big bump. A little more power than which I saw me doing last time, which was usually about 30 miles per hour, which is how I got the 18.8 miles, where that time I was doing an average of 44 to 50 miles per hour and got like 16 and a half miles. So besides that, I'm thinking it cut off again. I'm thinking it was acting bad again, and when it just turns out I really can't do long trips and expect this bike to still have a lot left in it. Once again, I don't know what's exactly spec'd. I don't know what these cells are exactly spec'd at, so these can be very small. Another thing too, I still don't know why it wants to cut off at 70 volts instead of 60. This is not a Bluetooth BMS. It's a JBD MP030, some extra numbers and shit. If I can remember, I'll try to throw up a picture on AliExpress. It's not a Bluetooth. Some people on the internet has used the JBD, but not a whole lot. The specific JBD Bluetooth joint that this has, well, no one's used it. I can't really find anyone actually using it. On AliExpress, it has good reviews, but that's it. So, besides that, once again, the battery's still acting consistent. Like right now, if I let off, it seems to rest and it seems to rest at about 80.8 even while driving. So here we are now. If I end up jinxing myself or some shit, if I end up jinxing myself and this bike decides to cut off, I'm gonna cry. If this bike cuts off again on me without getting any, you know, real range or the average range that I've been getting, I'll probably never drive this thing again until I get a new battery, and I'll just say fuck it. I might even be tempted to blow this damn battery up. I'll be so pissed. Because like I said, the last time I recorded off, I was driving off camera and I thought the battery fucked up on me again until I realized, oh wow, I really did 16.5 miles. Didn't realize I did that much miles. I had to walk it back. My parents tried to help, but I walked it back a decent amount, and my legs, that was like 2 days ago, and my legs are still sore as hell. So, that's been the update. The battery's still acting consistent. If I'm doing like 30, I could probably get like 18.5, maybe 19 miles out of it. On average, I've been getting about 18.7 to 18.8 miles. And if I decide to use a little more power, I'll probably get like 15.5 to 16.5 miles. So sadly, as much as I wanted this to be my long range bike, since it's so comfortable, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to get it a 50 amp hour battery, until I can upgrade it and get a better battery, this is gonna be a short range bike. So with that being said, I'll try to bring this into some more videos. I started trying to record some more videos on this bike. Until then, I'll try to record some more videos on this bike now that I know that the battery is consistent. It's just, it'll have to be shorter range videos. So if it seems like I'm always doing the same loop and all that, at least on this bike, that's why. I tried to see if I could fit my Sondors battery in there, but you know what? I probably actually could if I didn't have a floor in this box. But I had a floor in there to throw stuff on top of the battery without it sitting directly on the battery. So yeah, that has been that. Now, if you're wondering why I'm driving so slow, I need to balance this rear tire. Well, first of all, I either need to stop being lazy. Well, I don't have enough money right now, but when I do have enough money, stop being lazy and get a new rear inner tube, or I can try to go the cheap way, which probably could work, and get some motorcycle tire sealant so I can fully pump up this tire since it's not properly pumped up because it's leaking, and use that stuff so I can fully pump the tire and balance it. So I don't know if y'all just noticed, but when I was out there on that road, when I was out there on the long road, and it seemed like I was bouncing a whole lot, I think this tire's balancing is getting a bit worse, because it seems like the longer I drive at a higher speed, I bounce more and more and more. That's another thing that this bike was doing off camera when the bike cut off on me after doing 16 miles. It started doing that. I'm like, okay, this is scaring me. I was thinking it's because I'm like, maybe it's I'm on a bumpy road and it does still kind of bump a little bit since it is a little unbalanced. But then I hit a smooth road and it was still bouncing really hard. So I'm like, okay, this tire's getting worse. Somebody in my comments told me that I really need to balance that tire. So I have a feeling they weren't going to be lying, but I'm starting to see what they mean, and I'm going to see what they mean in a bad way if I continue to ride this bike at high speeds while it's unbalanced. So you may ask, well, why am I riding now? Because I just want to do this short video. Once again, it's not meant to be long. I'm doing this loop and I'm about to go right back home. My mom's making some food. She's making some eggs, so I'm trying to eat. I'm a little hungry. But I want to get this little short video out the way to let y'all know the little updates on this battery. And I know this drive to me is a little short, but this is probably still gonna make a good 15-minute video with this drive. So it's a good scenic route that y'all might not mind seeing. I'm also using my new helmet again. I'm using a different little GoPro clip mount. I forgot what they call them. I used to use my J-hook, but for some reason with my joint, with the little two teeth where you screw it into on this GoPro, at least the joint I was using, was really loose. So I would constantly have to readjust my GoPro because it kept falling down. But with that being said, this angle is a little different. I got my goggles on, so I can't quite see my GoPro screen, but with these goggles off, I can see the GoPro screen, and it seems like the view is pretty decent. So if this view is good, I might keep it this way. This new helmet, my Royal H01, is probably going to be the helmet that I will use almost all the time for all my moto vlogs, honestly, because it's really comfortable. Like I said in my last video on the unboxing of this helmet, it's really comfortable. It's the right size, because I forgot to, when last time I measured my head, I didn't really measure my hair, you know. I got thick hair, and I'd be having my shit braided, so I gotta measure the actual size of my hair and my head. That being said, I need large helmets. I got a small helmet, and the old helmet I used to use, squeezing my brain, it hurt. But this helmet being a little more of an old school helmet where you got to get like goggles for it, it's a little wide open. I'm using this new mic, so the quality sounds way better, and it's a little windy right now, so as y'all can hear from the little wind test, it sounds great. I like it. So this will be the new setup. So once again, the battery is, let's see what the battery's at. Yeah, it's climbing back up to 80. It's probably climbing back up to 80.8. I'm going real slow. Luckily, it's not busy. I'm not gonna lie, when the bike cut off on me, before I realized it did 16.5 miles, I lost a little bit of confidence in driving this thing again. And yeah, I always say shit like that. If it always seems like I'm worried about the smallest things, like this shit's clearly showing some consistency, yet I'm still worrying about if it's gonna cut off. It's an anxiety problem. I think I got, not to put anybody's business out there, but I think I got a little bit of an anxiety problem from my dad's side of the family. So I'm always worrying about some small shit sometimes. That's why. A little bit of an anxiety thing. But this battery, once again, still showing consistency. And once again, I was using a lot more power. Gear 2 uses about 145 amps. So if these cells are even meant to handle that, hey, what's that little thing? Somebody is behind me. Hey, but because this battery's still showing consistency, and I had to realize that I did a lot of miles that day, I need to start charging this bike every time I use it to make sure if I use it again in the same day, I'm not running out of battery. Is that guy turning? Okay, he was. Okay, I don't think that bike's pickup truck. I'm kind of just cruising right now. I'm not really caring to get some speed. I'm enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the view, so I don't really feel like speeding up. All right, no one's behind me. I'm all good. But yeah, so I'm gonna be back out here with this bike. If y'all enjoyed this one, go ahead and stay tuned. I'm gonna be uploading a lot more surround content. I mean, I can't stop with the surround. I fucking love that bike. That bike, okay, I'm going a little too slow. That bike is absolutely amazing. Like, I really do love that bike. Oh shit, my turn signals are still on. So, oh no, that's why I'm going slow. See that? See the way I'm bouncing? I don't know if you can see it in the GoPro because the hyper smooth, but if you can hear it in my voice, I need to balance this tire. Shit, I just forgot. That's why I'm trying to hurry even get back. I'm trying to eat, and this tire needs to be balanced, so I really shouldn't be rolling on it. I guess this video can be a little longer than it was supposed to be, and we can check out the view. You know what I really need to do? I'm not gonna be able to do today because I'm gonna have to recharge this GoPro. I really need to get a new battery. My money's low, so maybe next time I can get a new GoPro battery. But I would love to come out here and ride these trails like early in the morning. I want to do some early in the morning shit. Like right now it's decently early. It's like 10 o'clock, I think. Oh, it's 11 now. It's 11:06. But I want to come out here and do some videos where like the sun's rising, like some 6 o'clock in the morning type of shit. Now, I typically don't wake up at that time, so if I have my certain times where I'll randomly wake up in the middle of the night, like 4 o'clock in the morning, so I have to either stay up at those times and not go to sleep and just keep myself awake, or I have to set an alarm. I'm probably better off setting an alarm. But I want to come out here early in the morning, go on these trails. There's this road down here that has this beautiful ass view, because where I live, I'm at the edge of the whole of Vegas, as you can tell with all these mountains I'm close to. And there's a road that takes you deeper down into Vegas, but on that road you're on a hill. It's kind of like this, but much bigger and much longer. You see how I'm about to go down into a hill? You go down the hill on that road and you get this beautiful ass view. A good portion of Vegas. You're chilling next to a mountain. The view is amazing. I fucking love the view. I want to start doing videos like that on this bobber, which I need to see how much miles that road will have me doing, because when I was building this bobber and I was expecting this 50 amp hour battery to give me like at least a good 30-40 miles, at least 30 while I'm using a lot of power on like gear 2, gear 3. I really wanted to do a whole bunch of scenic type of videos, as much scenic videos as I could on the bobber, you know, the cruiser bike, the chill bike, the comfortable bike. This bike is very comfortable to ride. But because my mileage is so short, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Obviously I can do videos of me riding, but trying to drive down the scenic routes, I'm not gonna be able to do that. And picking this bike up and carrying it to a scenic route and then doing a short ride and then throwing it back. I don't have a pickup truck, so I can't do that. Can't do that either. This bike is heavy as fuck, so I can't do that. I'm getting cold, so I'm starting to shiver a little bit. But I haven't seen that much of miles that road how will have me doing, because I can only do an overall of like 16 miles, and I say 16 instead of 18 because on roads like that, it's a bit of a, you know, bigger road, a more of a main road. I'm gonna have to pick up my speed, or else, you know, have people road raging because I'm moving so slow. Is that man stuck behind the gate? Looked like he couldn't get past the gate for a moment. Yeah, look at this GoPro though. This view's pretty nice. Look at doggy. Hey, look at that thing. It's a nice truck. Oh man, I really enjoy being out here more. Before I had my certain iron while I was still building this, I was doing nothing but being in the house. I mean, I was in my backyard building this, but I wasn't really enjoying the weather due to the fact of I was focused on the bike, working on the bike, getting hot as hell, welding and all that. But now I'm just out here cruising, just out here chilling. Yeah, see, just this little circle right alone got me doing 5 miles. I mean, I did do it twice, but by the time I get back home, I'm probably doing like 6-7 miles. But in that case though, I'm already gonna end it here. I want to get back home. I got other things I'm trying to finish. I still need to work on the Project Flash battery. I haven't even touched that battery yet. These people are trying to go and I'm moving slow as hell. I haven't even touched that battery yet. And I'm a little backed up on videos since I've been recording a lot of stuff. So I need to hurry up and edit those videos. I got a couple of videos to edit. I got 3 different hard drives on my computer for separate stuff. My main hard drive for Windows and small shit like programs. My video hard drive where I hold all my videos. And then my game hard drive where I hold all my games. But my video hard drive is real low in space, so I need to get these videos out the way so I can make more space for other recorded videos, shit like this one. So gotta get back home. But it has been, if y'all enjoyed this, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna try to release more videos of this bike. I'm obviously gonna keep doing videos on my Sondors. I'm gonna try to fix the battery on my Project Flash so I can bring that bike back. I'm trying to bring all my bikes back, especially my faster, more interesting bikes. At least I think people find my moped and my bobber to be the more interesting bike of the bunch. And I am out. Peace.